I am back from an incredible vacation. I mean, technically, I'm still on vacation, but for now, rest assured that your girl is feeling a lot better and ready to rock it for this week's weekly roundup of all the things Lady just ain't gonna do this week. Number 1, pardons for St. Louis couples who pull guns on protesters. Missouri Governor Mike Parson announced pardons this week for 12 people, 2 of whom were the infamous couple Patricia and Mark McCloskey, who pointed guns at protesters last summer who were marching to the mayor of St. Louis's house. They both used the Black Panic defense. I mean, these people were marching to someone else's home, and these 2 fools came out and got involved in some shit that ain't had nothing to do with them nohow. And both were fined and charged, but neither of them spent a second in jail. They were merely forced to surrender their guns. Well, the governor pardoned them both. Cue my huge eye roll. And why, you ask? Well, obviously, this clown was trying to make a statement with this pardon, giving clemency to someone who wasn't under attack. Oh, did I mention McCloskey is running for the United States Senate? Leave it to the party of no plans, no proposals, and no vision to dig their heels into this. Listen to me, Missouri, when I say we don't need no Tweedledums in Congress. Please, for the love of God, don't send us any more. I need the show me state to show me, please, that y'all won't give us any more of these people with no plans, no proposals, and no vision to lead in a time of multiple crises. We want more Cori Bushes, not ideologues who show up to fight a threat that was never there in the first place. Anyhow, Missouri girl, you in danger. Speaking of girls in danger, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo still won't resign, despite being outed as a serial groper. That's right, Governor Cuomo is facing impeachment charges after more than 10 women detailed multiple incidents of serial groping. These aren't the only allegations against the governor. Besides touching women who ain't asked to be touched, the governor is accused of falsifying records related to COVID spread in nursing homes, using taxpayer dollars to write a memoir no one has read, and some other shit that I'm too lazy to look up right now because it all amounts to the same shit. Well, suffice it to say that Cuomo has met his match in the keep your fucking nasty ass hands to yourself move. And even the president and the Speaker of the House join the chorus of people asking him to step down. Now, my prediction, he's going to wait to be impeached. They're going to have to drag his ass out of there kicking and screaming. And why, you ask? You should never underestimate the ego of a man, honey. Trust me on this one. And no, don't ask me to go into details. Oh my God. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Here's what we want more of this week, though. Number 1, Lady loves mask mandates and proof of vaccination pushes. I know. I'm going to go against the give me liberty or give me death crowd here, but Lady is all about these new mask mandates and requiring proof of vaccination. This week, several counties in my state of California announced new mask mandates for all indoor activities, and similar mandates are being introduced around the country. New York City is really out here showing out and is requiring that anyone wanting to participate in public activities indoors show proof of full vaccination. Look, I hate that it's come to this really, but the truth is, you really cannot rely on people to have good sense. I believe in rules that save people from themselves, and these are good examples of some rules that save people from themselves. Oh, you don't want to wear a mask when we have 2 new variants spreading? Cool, then you can't come inside. Oh, you're not into the vaccine? Cool. Well, we're not into the Rona, so please refrain from eating inside public places with lots of people. I mean, this shit isn't a game, but as long as y'all don't play games, we gonna enforce rules that are good for you and good for us. Let's do this shit. Other things Lady loves this week, Cori Bush. Now, as Lady said earlier, I really wish the show me state would show me some more Cori Bushes because this sister is on fire. Now, as this politically divided Congress allowed the eviction moratorium to expire because they were going on recess, Cori Bush was like, hold my beer, and led a protest on the steps of the U.S. Capitol for nearly a week, calling on the president to extend the shit because Congress ain't shit. People tried to talk about how ineffective her shit was, like they always do Black women. But this week, the CDC announced an extension of the moratorium through October, just as infection rates are rising exponentially. While the Missouri governor is demonizing Black Lives Matter and making mediocre white people famous, the great congresswoman who was formerly homeless herself was out here fighting for us, even those people who ain't trying to help us live. So anyways, next thing Lady loves this week is that the Justice Department is probing into the Phoenix Police Department. Now, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced today that the Office of Civil Rights will open an investigation into the Phoenix Police Department for pattern and practice violations, which is a big fancy way of saying the Phoenix Police Department be whiling. The Office of Civil Rights is led by Kristen Clark, a Black woman who comes out of leadership at the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights, and her deputy is none other than Vanita Gupta, who helped with the investigation into pattern and practice violations at the Ferguson Police Department. Lady is looking forward to this, and more so that we have an actual Department of Justice again. Remember that thing? Last thing Lady loves this week is vacations. Now, last week I told y'all I was headed out on a much-needed vacation, and that is exactly what's happening right now. I had a wonderful time with my sisters. I did a little bit of putting myself back together again. Now, all of this to say, y'all, I'm back with a renewed commitment to always remembering who the fuck I am. Not because I'm more special than anyone else, but because I've worked really hard on myself, y'all, and I'm not going to give that up for nothing. So, big moves ahead, my people, and I cannot wait to share them with you as they unfold. But in the meantime, I want to give a special shout out to my sis, Audie Brown, who asked me this week to consider what was possible when you let go of people who let go of you. I'm using those possibilities to sew my heart back together again, and I'm hoping that in sharing this with you, it might be helpful for you as it has been for me. I've heard from a lot of you over the last few weeks who are going through breakups and separations and heartbreaks, and I just want to say solidarity to y'all, and also be gentle with yourselves.